I even told my husband, because we were taking a birthing class, I was like, this feels like what they talk about early labor feeling like. And I was like, haha, didn't actually think it was. And then I went in to get checked. I actually got checked in Bellevue, and I was dilated to like 4 already. They gave me steroid shots there on the spot, took me by ambulance from Bellevue to here. I even told my husband, like, I'm gonna go in and they're gonna send me right back home, you know? And so it was certainly like super surreal. He was big for his gestation, which I think really helped him out. So he was 3 pounds, 11 ounces, which in NICU world is big for a 29-weeker. So he was intubated like initially, so he was put on, had a breathing tube, but that was super short-lived. I mean, within the day he was taken off of that. And he had like a very normal, uneventful time in the NICU, thank goodness. My daughter is approaching, you know, she's going to kindergarten in a couple of years. What am I going to do with my life? And I knew I didn't want to be at a desk all day. I'm just not meant for that role. And I knew if I was leaving my kids to do something, I wanted it to be something that I was excited for. So just like in passing, I'd said to my husband, like, oh, that'd have been so cool if I'd actually gone to school to be a nurse. And he was just like, then do it. You know, I had 2 kids at home and a husband at home, and this life that they had gotten accustomed to with me, and then school took so much of that, and it was like freaking tough, you know? And I am not a bragger about myself. I have a really hard time complimenting myself even, but this is like the one thing that I've said, like, I'm really proud of myself. I mean, it was a lot. There's like certain moments that stick out in my brain of like times with nurses that like made things a lot easier, and I'm sure it impacted like my decision, like walking in when a nurse didn't know we were there and she's like snuggling our son. Being here, it was like we couldn't help but form like a family. I work with nurses now that took care of my son, which is really cool and really weird and surreal. But there was just like relationships that formed that, you know, were like life-changing. In the beginning, it seemed like such a long time. I'm like looking down the road and I'm like, man, it's going to be this many years until I'm a nurse. And then I'm here, I'm like, it was a blip on the radar, and now I get to be happy. Like, I'm excited about what I get to do, and I don't dread coming in. And I mean, it's still a job, and you still have stressful moments and that sort of thing, but I think like the rewarding and the potential in the job and all of that like way outweighs it. It's really cool to be part of something that I feel like makes a difference day to day, and I'm just so happy that I went for it.